Part 2. Can someone, anyone, show me the office of chief priest with an S in the scriptures? I mean, I heard of the office of high priest, but what are chief priests with an S? Could it be, when we look at the blind devotion the scribes and Pharisees had for them, could it be that they are the head priests of their respective synagogues of Satan? You know, those who were allowed to stay while our ancestors were deported into Africa Area 51? Why? So they could successfully take over our identity/kingdom, so the uninformed, who refuses to understand what fulfilling a prophecy truly is, would never know the difference. I mean, how can you be deported and maintain an official office acknowledged by those who deported you? It makes no sense whatsoever. Now comes the big Fig Newton, people. Please turn to Matthew chapter 21, verse 23, and skip to verse 33 through 46 in the KJV. Perceptual context. Once again, we are faced with a synonymous situation. Most people will miss this understanding by thinking the Anointed One is simply talking to Israelites. No, ladies and gentlemen. Because we know how my God talks, in this case to me, He puts the answers at the end. We will hear the whole of the matter before thinking that I have finally gone mad. Deal? I can't hear your answer because this is a video. But if you said deal, quote, and when he was come into the temple, the chief priests with an S and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching and said, by what authority doest thou these things? And who gave thee this authority? Stop. I put this part in for context sake to show you the Anointed One is inside the temple talking to the culprits. Notice, it never, I'm going to say it again, it never says the Israelite high priest, but simply the chief priest with an S. Okay? Because I can't read very well, let's skip unnecessary dialogue and slide to verse 33, shall we? Oh yeah, does anyone remember the reason Herod wanted to kill all of the newborns? I can't hear your answer because this is a video. But if you remember that storyline, check this out. Letting the beat rock. Listen closely. Quote, hear another parable. There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard and hedged it round about, and digged a winepress in it, and built a tower, and let it out to husbandmen, and went into a far country. The husbandmen, let's just say it's the angelic administration. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that they might receive the fruits of it. And the husbandman took his servants, and beat one, and killed another, and stoned another. Again, he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. But last of all, he sent unto them his son, saying, personal quote, they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, listen closely, personal quote, listen closely, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him, and cast him out of the vineyard, and slew him. When the Lord therefore of the vineyard cometh, what will he do unto those husbandmen? They, the Raphaim who were eavesdropping, say unto him, he will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard unto another husbandman, which shall render him the fruits in their season. The Anointed One said unto them, did ye never read the scriptures? The stone which the builders rejected, the same is become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in his eyes. Let me go back. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in his eyes? Because it was a question. Therefore say I unto you. He's talking to the Raphaim who was eavesdropping. Listen up. Quote, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you and given to a nation bringing forth the fruits thereof. Back to us. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken. But on whomever it shall fall, it will grind him into powder. And when the chief priests with an S and Pharisees had heard his parables, they perceived that he spake of them. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude, because they took him for a prophet. Example, bingo. Huh? Why all the puzzled faces, people? What did you perceive when they said, quote, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. I perceive he was talking to an angelic administration's children. You know, the Raphaim within Esau. Why? Because the same husbandmen are mentioned even though many servants/prophets were sent. Meaning, the husbandmen were the spirits that don't die. Think about it like little Miss Ivy for just a minute. The children of Israel is the fruit, and the world is the inheritance. You can't kill the heir and seize yourself or the world. Come on, man. And the kingdom can't be taken away from the Israelites and given back to the Israelites in the end. You get it? You got it? No, let me go back. Let me go back, because I don't think you got that. I think you missed it. I think you missed it. Think about it like little Miss Ivy for a hot minute. The children of Israel is the fruit, and the world is the inheritance. You can't kill the heir and seize yourself or the world. Think about that now. Think about it. They said we're going to kill him and seize his inheritance. If we are the fruit and the world is the inheritance, how are we going to do that to ourselves? That ain't us talking. That's what I'm saying. That's not us talking. That's not a mere mortal talking. We weren't trying to seize no world. And how are you going to, you the fruit. How are you going to seize yourself? No, these are Raphaim people that was mixed up within Esau. He was telling them, no, because remember, Ben told them that you sit in Moses' seat, but don't do what they do. He was letting you know, okay, yeah, you running this show right now, but it's going to be taken from you and given to another. He was talking to them. And remember, he can't just come and tell them, because Herod is a fox. They would have killed him before his time. So he has to speak in parables. He has to speak in and out, and agile with his flow. That parable, there is no way in Hades. There's no way logistically it could be talking to Israelites about Israelites. No, not at all. I hope this came through for you. If not, let me know. Hit me up on the email. This crew got my email address. For you guys are the only ones who said that you wanted to hear the history part. Screw the other people. I think I can go back and go on that site and ascribe one and upload, but I'm not. No, they didn't want to hear the history part. So fuck them. You guys did. So we're going to go on it. Hit me up on the email if you didn't understand it. I'll try to explain it to you. Ladies and gentlemen, endure.